Hi, my name is Chris Bobotis, and I'm the Director of Immersive at Adobe Systems, and we're here at Sundance 2018, and I'm here to see some content by some of our customers. So we're here specifically to see VR content created by our customers at Adobe. VR started about 20 years ago and never really infiltrated at this level because the equipment and creating content for VR was way too expensive back then. About 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, Facebook acquired a company called Oculus to the tune of about $2 billion. And what's happened is that technology and software has come together in such a way that makes these VR headsets very, very accessible. Hence why you would see content created and shown at Sundance, VR content shown at Sundance. Previous to this, I think Sundance has been showing VR content for about 3 years now. I think it's the third year in a row that they've been showing it. Previous to that, there was no VR content shown in Sundance at all. So again, it's all this tech coming together and making it a lot more accessible. These big platforms like Facebook and Google that have come together to just democratize this whole process. So at Adobe, we've always been about storytelling, right? And crafting stories. So I think our biggest asset at Adobe has always been that we have customers who are the storytellers and the craftspeople or the artisans of this industry. So immersive is a natural evolution for our customers. It's a new medium. It's very interesting. It's very challenging. And I think it's a great opportunity for our customers to even reinvent storytelling as we know it right now, and a great opportunity for Adobe to reinvent the tool sets that are necessary to help them tell those stories. So I come to Adobe through an acquisition of a small company called Metal that got involved in creating plugins and solutions for immersive content creators for After Effects and Premiere Pro. We started this about 3 years ago. We won the hearts and minds of content creators back then, and it was just a natural discussion that was going to happen one way or another between Adobe and Metal. So about a year ago, Adobe approached myself at Metal, and asked if we would consider moving these assets for content creation for immersive to Adobe and if I would join them to help lead the efforts in immersive, because 360 VR, that's basically the tool set concentrated on 360 VR. And our claim to fame is that basically we just let you work the way you knew how to work already in Premiere Pro and After Effects, and we took care of all the 360 madness in the background, or the 360 VR madness in the background transparently for you. So you can just keep focusing on telling great stories. So when Adobe approached me, I said I'd be honored to do that, and here we are today. So what happened is we took all those Skybox products, that's the branding that we used at Metal. We took all of those products for After Effects and Premiere Pro, and we've integrated them tightly into Premiere Pro and After Effects right now. So what I go back to what that does is it just lets you keep working as you know in Premiere Pro and After Effects, and it takes care of all this 360ness and VRness in the background. So if you're looking for the tool set right now, don't go looking for Skybox anymore. We've rebranded that. So all you really need to do is go into your browser where you're looking for effects and key in VR, and everything will show itself. A list will be created and you'll be able to access all these tools. So in Premiere, that includes post effects like blurs and glows, sharpening tools. It allows you to rotate the spatial information, this 360 VR information. It's got transitions that work exactly the way transitions work for rectilinear workflows. The only thing we introduce is we do introduce a couple of new things, but there's compelling reasons to introduce them because it's spatial information. It's no longer 2D information. And you, of course, as a customer, will be happy to go and explore these new UX notions because there's compelling reason to do so. So we're not going to introduce anything new in UI or UX unless there's a compelling reason. We try to stay out of the way. So at Sundance 2018, we have easily a dozen projects that are showing using our products. And moving forward, I think when I joined Adobe, I had the privilege of choosing my titles. So remember, I'm director of immersive. I did not choose director of 360 VR, where basically we started. I think 360 VR is not going away anywhere. It's not going to go away anytime soon. I think it's here to stay, but it's really just a stepping stone. So moving forward, that's why I chose director of immersive as a bigger umbrella. So in my mind, that is all that is to do with AR, MR. So MR is mixed reality, extended reality, whatever it is we decide to call it reality basically in the future. So that'll encompass AR solutions. We have a very, very keen interest in all that is AR. I think one of the products that shows how committed we are is a product that we launched at Adobe Max 2017 called Dimensions. So that starts to deal with 3D geometry in a very, very meaningful way. So if you've got a Creative Cloud subscription going already, download and play with Dimensions a bit. That's just the beginning of where we'd like to go with a lot of the tool sets. So speaking of Dimensions and Adobe Max, another one of our products that is supporting immersive is Photoshop. We actually got the Photoshop team to support immersive content creation, and that's great because now your whole team can actually participate in content creation.